Merry Christmas. Well, that was actually a pretty good response. I figured the early birds would be less quiet, but it was the ones yesterday that were less quiet. I had to do it 2 or 3 times with them. So wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Getting ready, expressing that Christmas joy, the wonderful, miraculous nature of what it is that we celebrate today. Because we, in a very real way, celebrate our God becoming like us, assuming our human nature. And if we don't really sit down and reflect upon it and just go, wow, we're really missing what it is that actually happened. What it means that our Lord took flesh. And so in order to delve deeper into this, I'm going to compare it with another extreme of where people say we come from, why we're here. I don't know how many of y'all have ever heard of the term materialism, and I'm not talking about those people who like to have things, but materialism, meaning those people who reduce the only things that are reality simply to those things that they can physically and sensually experience. Basically, people who only trust in what they can see and feel in this world. But if you talk with someone who is a materialist, oftentimes some of our atheist scientist brothers and sisters, and you talk to them about the beginning of the universe and why we're here, sometimes you begin to get theories. Well, as Stephen Hawking says, gravity explains the very reason for the existence of the universe. Or other people would say, well, there's multi-universes, or the universe is just continually coming in and out of existence. All these theories that get wilder and wilder, one after the next. But when you pose this question, it often stumps them. Why is there something instead of nothing? Why is there a universe instead of there not being? Because ironically, science, which is based in fact, in things that they can experience, test, reaches a point in which it has to take faith on what it is that it holds. Well, let me counteract that theory with another theory for the beginning of the universe. That a loving God created it. And you may say, well, can you prove it? And I would say yes, absolutely. But not in the way that science does. I prove it through my faith. Through Christ's grace in my life that has been given to me through baptism and through continued life of following Him. And people would say, well, if both of these are taken on faith, does it really even matter which one you hold? What is the difference between the two? My brothers and sisters, there are huge differences. And they culminate in the very celebration we come together today to honor. Because the ultimate difference between atheism and Christianity is love and hope. Because if the universe somehow came into existence on its own, then it does not care about you and me in the least. We're just merely the next stage. But if God created the universe and created you and I in His image and likeness, then He cares about you and I more than we could ever possibly know. Just how much does He love us? So much so that the God who is all-powerful, who created the universe, who is omniscient, knows all, who is basically greater than the greatest thing you or I could possibly imagine, assumed our human nature. And he didn't do this by having great trumpets lead the way, by having the host of angels come and tell everyone he is coming. And he didn't fly down as a man in a chariot of fire. No, he came to destroy death by becoming the greatest sign of life that we have in this world. A little baby. God entrusted himself to mankind as a little child. He came knowing that he would be betrayed. He came to restore our hope, our dignity, and open for us once again the gates of heaven by offering himself on the cross. If we truly believe all of this to be true, if we have faith in this reality that our God who created the universe, who created you and I, who fashioned each of us individually, assumed our human nature and was born of the Virgin Mary, we should be so overcome with awe that nothing we could possibly ever say can express that reality. We would experience what one of my seminary professors used to call a duct tape moment. Meaning you got to take duct tape and wrap it around your head to contain the very awe that you are experiencing. Because the greatest difference between faith in God and faith in materialism is this: the belief that God created the world and then showed us how much he loved us by becoming one of us fills us with hope. So which one are you going to put your faith in? Materialism, which holds that there is no meaning to our existence, or merely the next step in creation, or our faith in an all-powerful, perfect, loving God who created each of us with a purpose, and to help fulfill that purpose became one of us. Because by having faith in God, we will be filled with joy, hope, and we will know that we are loved. We will know why we were created, and we will know just how amazing our God is and how much he loves us. And by trusting in materialism, we have none of that. My brothers and sisters, choose God. Choose life. Choose love. Choose joy. All of these are found in our Lord, who we celebrate today as coming as a little child. All of these who come from a God who entrusted himself to us so that we in the same way could entrust ourselves to him. So let each and every one of us this day reassent our faith on this celebration of Jesus, whose birthday we celebrate today. Let us assent to Jesus, I choose you. Give me the grace to continue to choose me, continue to choose you. Give me the hope you came to bring. Give me the love that flows through you. Free me from sin as you promised. And finally, give me eternal life with you and all the angels and saints one day in paradise.